gentlemen, George Cohen's lovely motorbikes. Let's have a round of applause. George, lovely to see you again, mate. You missed Stafford last time, and we missed you.
I did. I was on a 6-week vacation to Barbados in my villa out there, so I couldn't make it.
Good man, good man. This is super. Right, George, tell us about these two.
Right, we have 3 bikes with an association with America here. This one is a 1948 Daytona Max, which was, in fact, won the race in 1948. But in fact, 7 hours later, the race victory was given to Floyd MD on an Indian when there was a controversy over the lap counting.
Yeah, they're a bit biased, the Americans, aren't they?
They were terribly biased. After the war, when the Daytona first started in 1948, like I said, this bike came second, and then Norton won it in 49, 50, 51 and 52, and then they changed all the rules which effectively banned the Norton. So this is a 48 Daytona Max, and this one, belonging to my good friend Miles Robinson, is a 1949 Daytona Max, which was ridden to first place in the Argentine Grand Prix by Count Manuel von Maradona. Actually, that's not true. And over here, normally I do just single-cylinder bikes, but I was very lucky to find this bike. It's a 1959 Barjar 500/600 Dominator twin, built specially for Steve McQueen for the Barjar 500 race in California.
Bullshit.
Actually, that's a complete lie. I built it this year. I picked up the engine at an auto jumble stall just about 50 yards from here last year. I squeezed it into a Richard Norton frame, and it's turned out to be quite a nice bike.
Well, one thing about this whole game is that journalists don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, George. You're getting the hang of that. Well done, mate. Did that take a lot of building? And was that a lot of bits that you had laid around?
I mean, no, it was relatively easy. The rigid cradle frames, if you can see, the bottom 2 mounting holes are the same on a single-cylinder engine as the twin. So all I had to do was brace an extra bracket at the front, and then I used basically all Norton parts. Let me just fire it up to make the funniest noise. Right now.
That's wonderful, mate. If anybody out there wants to buy one or similar, one of these or similar, how much would it cost them?
A lot of money. Come and see me around there, okay? I've got children to put through university, they cost a lot of money. Alright, I'll see you later in the weekend. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, George Cohen, thank you very much. Thanks, George. Right, Trevor, you're on. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you got, just be very careful with your hearing, because these are quite loud and can damage your hearings, particularly children. So be very, very careful. See, we've got a bit of a. So I think it's only a shower, so don't let's worry about it. Right, Trevor, tell us all about this machine, man. Lovely, thanks. Nice for you to bring this along. Tell us all about it.
Well, this is a cycle car, 350cc Yamaha, classed as a cycle car, built to beat all the world and British national records. Runs in sprints up and down the country, Isle of Man, TT, Ramsey Sprint, and top speed on a flyer around about 160 miles an hour. End of a quarter, usually doing about 114.
I think you need to be seriously brave to ride this, because I mean, look, that would anybody else, how fast does this do?
160.
Yeah.
Would you like to get on?
Fine line between bravery and stupidity, not for
When you ride this bike, what you do is you think about what you're going to do, and then you take your brain out, put your brake in, and then you can ride it. It's fine.
Wonderful. So, can you give us a demonstration of how you sort of ride this thing? This wonderful bit of kit. I know. How about that?
Yeah. The problem you get on your throttle hand is because you turn the throttle down, it pulls your elbow down. So leathers are always patched on this side.
Hell, it's an amazing thing. So the brakes are just on the back, are they?
Yeah, we've no front brake. We had a lot of controversy when this was built because there's no front brake on it, so the scrutineer said it couldn't run. In fact, it doesn't need a front brake. The rules state that it has to have 2 independent braking systems. So what we have is the front brake hydraulic works on the back axle, as does the foot brake. But that's really just a scrutineering brake. You can only lock the axle once, can't you?
Having ridden sidecars, and they're fairly low, this thing's incredibly low. You must, 150, 160 mile an hour, you must feel as though you're flying.
Yeah, you feel as if you're doing 300 mile an hour. It's the best feeling you could ever get, believe me. And if you're doing a top speed run, when you get to the end, you are absolutely knackered.
So does the front wheel go light when you're accelerating away?
No, it doesn't go light. It's up centre steering. We've got steering on it, but with 10-inch tyres on the back, it tends to sort of go where it wants to some degree. So we're on big wide open airfields, so it's not so bad. And these bikes, all the sprinters that we've got with us here this weekend, all run either with straight liners, with the National Sprint Association or the Vintage Motorcycle Club. You put on events throughout the UK, and it's the cheapest form of speed motorsport that you can get into. Entry fees are 50 quid for the full day, and you get as many goes as you want.
And can you do this ride what you brung business?
Yeah, certainly with straight liners, you just turn up on the day, bring your driving licence, and you can race any type of machine from modern to John's 1936 Tri-Jap.
Well, I'm just blown away by the whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, just give Trevor a big hand. Brilliant, mate. Now, if you want to see it close and personal, you're out the back here somewhere, aren't you? Under the red gazebo. Right, mate, let's be listening to it. Wonderful. Thank you very much for bringing it along.
Turn the chalk off for you.
Thank you, Trevor. Ladies and more about that. You're a star, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Right, move along. Lloyd.